Let's explore microservices with Node.js. We will learn how to break down monolithic applications into microservices architecture. Monolithic applications are single deployable units where all components are interconnected and interdependent. Traditionally, it is structured into user interface layer, business logic, data access, and a database. There are several problems with monolithic architecture. These include scaling challenges, where the entire application must be scaled even for a single component. Single point of failure, one bug can bring down the entire application. Technology lock-in makes it difficult to adopt new technologies or frameworks, and complex deployment because a large codebase makes deployment risky and time-consuming. Microservices are small, independent services that communicate via well-defined application programming interfaces. In the diagram, you can see services like user service, order service, product service, payment service, shipping service, and notification service. All these services are independent of each other. Microservices offer several benefits, including independent deployment, meaning we can deploy and update services without affecting others. Scalability, where individual services can be scaled based on demand. Technology diversity, using different technologies for different services, and team autonomy, where small teams can own and develop services independently. Why should we choose Node.js for microservices? Node.js is lightweight and fast. It is asynchronous by nature. It has native support for JavaScript object notation and a rich ecosystem through NPM, the Node package manager. Shown here is a simple Express microservice code. First we require Express, then we create an app, then we are using the JSON. Then we define a getRequestOnUsersById, which calls a function called getUserById, and responds with a JavaScript object. Finally, we listen to the port 3001, and display a message user service running on port 3001. Breaking down a monolith requires a strategy. Decompose the application by business domain. First, identify the boundaries, extract services, then set up an application programming interface gateway and perform data migration. On the left, we have a monolithic app. It's a single codebase, shared database with tight coupling. On the right side, we have services like user service, order service, payment service, and inventory service, which are not tightly coupled. Microservices communicate in two primary ways. The first is synchronous, using hypertext transfer protocol or representational state transfer. This involves direct application programming interface calls between services. The second way is asynchronous, using message queues for event-driven communication via brokers. In the first code block, we see an example of synchronous communication with hypertext transfer protocol. We are using the Axios library to make a GET request to the user service. In the second code block, we are using a message queue for asynchronous communication. We are using the AMQP library to connect to a message broker, create a channel, and publish a message to the orders exchange. The Application Programming Interface Gateway pattern offers several benefits, including a single entry point, authentication and authorization, rate limiting and caching, and request routing. Clients such as web applications, mobile applications, and third parties access the microservices through the API gateway. The gateway then routes the request to the appropriate services, such as user service, order service, payment service, and product service. Implementing microservices architecture also brings several challenges. These include distributed system complexity, data consistency, and monitoring and debugging. To overcome these challenges, we should follow several best practices like domain-driven design, health checks and monitoring, and implement circuit breaker pattern. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.